Okay, welcome back. So yeah, as soon as I killed the video, things started moving normally. So apparently I just learned that even though my system is, more or less usable while I'm streaming video, compilation is out of the question apparently. The build finished, and so as I said, it fired up MuseScore for me. So this is version 3, in development that's there. Let me make sure I'm actually streaming. I am. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this now, and I'm going to add myself a tab staff, and I'll go ahead and add myself a drum set staff, and I'm going to see. So if I go into note input mode, enter myself a note here, and then I go to add. So that when I was showing you before, I was actually using MuseScore 2, and I had defined a keyboard shortcut for the fingering command, but I think there's not one by default. Let's see what happens. It's either going to give me a cursor. Oh, actually, it's not going to do anything reasonable because I think the tab staff is set to not show fingering. So I'm going to expect this to do something weird. Wow, okay, it showed me the... it's giving me the place to type my fingering. I can type my fingering, but I think it's going to disappear. It actually is still showing. That's interesting. Is this staff set to show fingering, or is that just a bug that if let's see, it's set to not show fingering, and yet it did show fingering. So maybe that's a bug. Let me try to add a fingering through the palette and see. Yeah, when I add it through the palette, it doesn't show. So when I add it this way, what I really should do is debug a little further and find out why, even though it's set to not show fingering, why it is showing fingering anyhow when I use it. When I use the command that way. I'm going to do the same thing now for the drum staff. I'm going to add a note, and then I'm going to add text fingering. And it gives me the thing, and I can type in my L. But it didn't show, did it? Okay, so there we go. It gave me the... let me just make sure it wasn't just my imagination. I went to add, oops, what am I doing? Add text fingering. It gives me a place to add it, but I'm typing and nothing is happening. Oh, wow, look at that. I say nothing's happening, but that's because I'm typing the letter L, capital L. I wanted to capital L for left. So what I'm learning now is that capital L is not working. My guess is that's another command, and it's being misinterpreted as a command rather than as entering fingering text. That's not good. So there's another bug. So yeah, often this is the case. You fix one bug, and in the process of doing that, you discover another. So let me just follow this thread a little bit while we're all watching, or some of us are watching anyhow. Let me try this again. I'm going to add text, fingering, and we just add something other than capital L. How about capital R? Okay, capital R, I added that. That works fine. Now, can I add text to normal fingering? If I say add text fingering, lowercase l, capital L. Nope, no capital L in fingerings at all. So my changes had nothing to do with that, because my changes wouldn't have affected a pitched staff. That they were going to be processed anyhow. What about ordinary text? Can I enter capital L's there? Nope, no capital L. All right, so there you go. Capital L is just broken right now. So when I talk about MuseScore 3 not really being ready for release, still having a lot of issues, a lot of things that maybe still need to be fixed. There's one of them. I don't know if that particular one has been filed already. I do know that sometimes that's the case, that if there's some command that has a shortcut that we've defined to do something, sometimes it it gets in the way of being able to enter that as ordinary text. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Can you do that without singing? All right, so what else, if anything? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y. Oop, no Z either. Nope, no Z either. All right, lowercase A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. No lowercase z either. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So we're missing the two Z's and we're missing the capital L. If there's people watching this, my guess is there's going to be a bug report filed within the next few minutes by someone else on that, or there's already one there. But there you go. So it looks like my fix was basically pretty good. The L, not my problem. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't be interested in fixing it, but I didn't cause that problem. But the fact that the fingering I added is displaying, even though the staff is set to not show fingerings, I would need to investigate a little further why that is the case. And so that would require some more debugging to understand that. Anyhow, that finally gives you an idea of what's going on. So all that waiting I did when my build process was just hung, that's not normal. I mean, it is something you sometimes have to wait if everything has to be recompiled, but a simple change like that, I should have been back. I should have been able to be testing within a minute. So there you go. That's more what the process looks like. And this, what just happened when it came up and I saw, oh yeah, basically works, but look at what didn't work, and I discover something about what I did didn't quite work the way I meant it to work, and something completely unrelated to my change, the issue with the capital L and the Z's, something completely unrelated to my change, a bug I discovered while testing my change. That's really common too. So that's why we end up with so many bug reports, because while testing something, we discover other bugs, and then we need to fix those as well. So we definitely would appreciate all the help we can get. So if anyone's interested in being part of this amazing journey, just go to MuseScore.org, contribute development, start reading up on how to do this, join us on the IRC chat, and we would love to have you on board helping with the MuseScore development. So thanks so much, and see you next week.